Hello and welcome back to the Museum of Everything Else YouTube channel. This week the video is a little bit less focused on a certain item and more focused on, well, the whole progress that is being made with the actual, the whole museum thing in general. I've already mentioned before, but it's been quite the saga. Like anything, this probably a little bit more than other things. It's taken quite a chunk more to get sorted and set up than I was initially expecting, but that's just like, it's just like anything. Everything takes about 3 times as long, but it's looking reasonably close to the finish line, just in time for restrictions to probably get tighter and stuff, but we shall see about that, and there'll be information on when it'll be open. Another thing worth mentioning is there's not going to be much computer stuff here at all. There's going to be like, there's one here, there's another one over there, but that's about it. Because funnily enough, there's a museum in the same town called the Micro Museum, which has got a massive collection of retro computers and micro technologies. So you can make a day out of it. Go there, come here, go and look at the seaside, it'll be lovely. I'm concentrating on getting it basically set up first and then building on it as time goes on. As a few things are still work in progress, like getting things interactive that have been not working for quite some time. Since the last update on this YouTube channel about exploded views, which were basically taking things apart and popping them in cases to show what is inside and labeling, and I've got a fair few cabinets worth of oddities with numbers and labels and annotations. I'm still figuring out how exactly to deal with the annotation, whether I use text on walls or do I go for something a bit more interesting. It was suggested I should use Game Boys and make a custom Game Boy ROM to kind of walk through the museum area. I mean, that is an amazing idea and I'm definitely going to look into it for the future. But a lot of people in the last one were speaking about the backlights and the LEDs and illuminations of the cabinets. Well, I've been working on that as well, and I've decided to basically illuminate every single cabinet. It's a little bit more work, but I'm using LED strips and something that I didn't know existed before, but LED strip clips. They're these tiny little 3D printed things. If you've got a 3D printer, you can 3D print, or you can buy like 100 for £1, and they just basically clips that clip onto things. Because if you know anything about LED strips, you'll know that the adhesive is a bit naff. So behind me is a set of cabinets. The end one isn't quite finished yet, but I've started to figure out what to put in these things and trying to get a varied selection of things that are taken apart here, there and everywhere. Mostly it's going to be test equipment and synthesizer things and technologies, but you know, there's the odd bit of different bits here and there. I still have another room that I need to fill up and sort out. It's nearly there, but that one's gonna have a fair chunk of obsolete camera technology, including some interactive video synthesis stuff, some VHS stuff, film, photography, this, that and the other. There'll just be plenty of information and oddities sat around in there. Synth Bike, which has sadly been broken for a little while now, is sat resting peacefully up on the wall. One day it'll come down and I'll fix it, but right now it's above where the interactive space is going to be. So it's a nice little touch. But yeah, this is just a little update to show you that it is progressing. It's progressed quite a lot since the last kind of update on this a couple of weeks ago. For instance, it's all turned into Battleship Grey, and also I'm trying to post at least one photo of a different object or inside of something on the Museum of Everything Else's Instagram page, which is linked below. So if you're interested in seeing oddities and shots from here, there and everywhere in the progress of the museum, I definitely recommend to go and look there. I also talk about it quite regularly on the vlogs over on Patreon. I've done like a bit of a walk around pretty much the whole space on there and stuff, which needless to say is supporting this rather crazy venture. So if you're interested in seeing extra content, live streams, this, that and the other, and supporting this museum, then please go and check out over on the Patreon. So yeah, anyway, I've got to get back to this because there's still a heck of a lot to do. So take care, have a lovely time.